expensive. Hey, everybody. We're back.
We're here?
Yeah, we're here.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
What the hell?
Apparently, we're not important enough to,
You're not important enough.
you know, deal with here. So, anyways, hey, everybody, welcome back. It's another beautiful Thursday night with CycleFeverTV and you.
Not at the Ace, but we're doing it still.
That's
we're doing
right.
it still.
We're doing it. We're making it work.
Hey, we're trying to keep everybody, you know, happy and uplifted with all the, you know, what's going on out there. So we're giving you something else to think about. So how about that?
And we have Shawn in the van again.
Shawn's in the van
because
spread
out
a little bit of a
bit.
germaphobe
we only have
over there.
so much room at the table.
Distancing, like I was told.
There you go.
Well, we're
we
social.
see you. We see you, Shawn.
I thought it was because you didn't take a shower.
Nobody can tell, but the way that we're standing, we are 6 feet apart. So, you know, like forced perspective, if none of you guys know what that is, that's, you know, basically
Can
the
you explain
camera
that
makes
to
you
me?
think it's a little bit different than what it really is. But,
I'm trying to find my favorite show on Facebook and YouTube.
oh, so you mean Cycle Fever?
Oh, that's on?
Yeah, that's on.
That's on, too.
Oh, all right. I'll check that one out then.
Hey, I do love the ride home from here because I'm only 5 minutes away.
Yeah, it's further from me.
I know, but hey, when we go back to the Ace, you know,
I'll
we
be
get
crying.
to go.
I'll be crying.
I know.
So will I, 'cause
miss everything.
There we
I
go.
miss my wings.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
We've been having hooligans wings every Thursday.
That's going to make me cry.
That's what's
Yes.
going to make me cry.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully
going to make me
next
cry.
week we're having what?
What's
We
May
may-
have some Mission Barbecue.
Mission barbecue is what we're
Yes.
looking for.
There you go.
Yes, so we might have that. But we have a good show today.
Yeah, we have a bunch of things going on.
Okay.
So what do we have? What's the first thing?
The first thing's going to be Chrysos with the hand sanitizer going on. And I think Mike should talk a little bit about that.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna go into it, right?
Yeah.
Jackie's gonna come out, okay, and then we're gonna go into 2017 Leesburg.
Yep, Bike Fest.
Yeah.
Yep, and then we're going to have a Brittani sidecar size show with another little bit of the Salvation Army stuff
Army.
going on there. So, yeah, we'll talk about that then.
And then Hank playing around with his drone.
Have you seen your dad playing with the drone, Shawn?
if I see my dad playing with what? I don't want to see him playing with anything.
That's what he calls it now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is that what he meant by little
Yeah.
drummer boy?
Drone.
You know, I got something for him when that comes up. So I'm going to save it for that footage. And when he calls in,
Yeah, you know he's gonna call it.
you know he's going to call.
Oh, yeah.
And
He
now
always
what's the last
interrupts
one?
the show.
The
What's
last one is Shawn's Meemaw, the grandma.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, come on. It's a very wonderful story to, well, you know,
Yeah.
well, not.
You guys
You'll
just
see.
trying to make
You
me cry,
guys
right?
Will see. You'll see.
All right, then we're gonna start and bring up Jackie.
Bring Jackie out.
Absolutely. So I'm going to step out while Miss Jackie from Crisis comes in. You guys have a good time. You know what? I think I'm going to do this number.
Yeah.
Taking it with you, huh? Wow.
Hi, Jackie.
Well, hi.
Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Jackie Milligan with Chrysos Industries.
There you go. So tell us a little bit about what we're doing, what we got going on.
What do we have, Mike?
Well, what we got going on? We're going to give away 2 gallons of hand sanitizer through our company. Me and Jackie work together. I shouldn't have told anybody that, but we're going to. The way you got to win this is you have to go onto Cryos' Facebook page, and you have to like it and share it, and then from there we'll pick a winner, and then from there IT John will get with you. Either if you're out of state, he will do a Zoom video with you so we can play it back on next week's
We'll put you
show.
on the show.
And
Yep.
then we will mail it to you.
There you go.
That is the ultimate plan.
No charge shipping?
No charge shipping.
No charge shipping. Look at all
Cryos
that.
This is
Right.
Mike's bargain bucket
Hey,
right
yeah.
here.
I didn't run that.
Hey,
Hey,
you can tell she's in sale. No
Hopefully-
charge shipping.
I'm
Hopefully-
shocked.
Hey.
I'm shocked. I'm starting to shake a little bit. I'm getting hives.
I'm taking it off your commission part.
Oh,
so,
perfect.
I didn't
So
tell.
they just have to go like our Chrysos
They have to go
Facebook
like
page
our Cryos' Facebook page
share it.
and share it.
and share it.
And then from there we will pick it. Me and you will sit down. We'll pick it with Ariana. So we'll pick the
I like
winners.
this.
That'd
From
be
it.
cool.
We love
And
to
then,
pick a winner.
Yeah, we'll put them on the show.
Put them on the show, and then we'll air it next week.
I love it.
So tell us a little bit how you guys got into this. I mean, I know what you
Sure.
guys were doing, but tell us the process.
Yeah.
What happened?
So historically, Chrysos is a CBD manufacturer and product for users. But when the pandemic hit, we decided maybe we could help. We use a lot of alcohol in our products and in our remediation processes. So we thought, how can we do this? And the FDA had offered the sort of emergency injunction for anyone who was able to make hand sanitizer to go ahead and do it. But you have to follow one of the 4 formulations that are provided by the CDC and the WHO, the World Health Organization. So we took a look at those formulations. We figured out there was a way that we could do it, and we started bottling it, and we're now offering it in 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 16 ounces, and then 1 gallon jars or jugs. So that's what we're doing. We've gotten that licensing from the FDA approval to do it for the emergency injunction. We've also gotten it to carry out through the rest of this year. So we're hoping to stay in this space and help out people who are everyday users who are looking for a clean hand option in between your hand washing.
So, you're doing one thing and then you change gears to help everybody out, which
That's
is
right.
an awesome thing. So hey, support, you know what I mean? They help support you guys and people that needed things, so help support back,
Sure.
Even when this is over, you still have your CBD oils and everything else.
We do. We also have a dedicated page though for the hand sanitizer. So if you please go like our page and share it, as Mike has said, we'll raffle off these 2 gallons. But we also have a website, which is chrysos-handsanitizer.com, that anybody can log through and walk through all the different sizes we have and pick packages, and we can ship it to you right to your home if you're still in need of that product.
And you guys sold to a hospital and different things that needed it, correct?
Yeah, we ship packages all the way to Hawaii and I think Panama.
We've Panama, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, all the 50 states. So we're happy to help anyone that's in need and unable to find it at their local grocery stores. We do.
Okay.
We'll make it happen.
Yep, that's
what we
the
are.
deal. You know what I mean? And that's what you did. You changed gears to help out what we needed. Shawn, what do you got to say? You're back there awful quiet. I get nervous when Shawn
I think
doesn't
he took his nap.
Is he sleeping?
It's late, Shawn!
No, I'm getting ready to put on my hand sanitizer.
Oh.
Leave me alone.
Show us
See?
how you use it.
How do you use it, Shawn?
Well, first I take my belt off.
Perfect. On your other hand.
Oh, well, I just want to be sure. See? Here we go. You pop the top. I don't see myself anywhere. There we go. See? So you pop the top. You put it in your hands. See that? Nice. You close the top.
Hey,
And you get all lubed up like that. See?
your dad would be
Now,
proud.
just to let you know, he only did that for Hank, not for anybody else.
Hey, while you're in there, can you disinfect the van for us too?
There you go.
There's no virus that can survive this van, man.
It's 80% alcohol. We might have a fighting chance.
You know what? I did like that about this because I've bought some already. We all actually bought
We
some.
all have.
Of course. We're all searching and shopping.
And you know what? It's great. And not gonna lie, smells like Tito's at first.
What did I tell
Hey,
you?
that's what
That's
Jackie
exactly
said
what I
before.
said. It's
Did ya?
a little splash of Tito's
Yes,
on
she
your
did.
hand.
Yeah. Next time, I gotta be careful. I put that. I'll catch my kid pouring it on her ice.
Nice. It'll help find any cuts, won't it, for you?
Well, tell
Yep.
us a little
Oh,
bit
it'll
about
find a cut real
the
quick.
alcohol content
Correct.
because they changed. I mean, some of them are 65 or 60.
Sure.
And they made this stronger for a reason.
Right.
Reason.
The reason is because it's the best option. 70% and above is the best option to use in between hand washing if you're in a jam and you want to just, freshen up your hands and make sure that you're as sanitized as you possibly can be. The medical grade or the medical efficacy is really that 80% or above. So that's what we've made our whole product line with. I think the CDC and WHO is saying that anything above 70 is really is safe to use and what they want to use. But we've kicked it up one notch, as Chrysos usually does. We like to go one step further, and so we went up to 80.
There you go. You can answer, Hank.
We've got a phone call.
Yeah, Hank.
You know
likes
we're
to
on the
call in,
show.
Yes, they made it in an easy.
Yeah, I'm the one that would
opening
answer
top
the
for you,
phone.
Hank.
What can I do for you?
Oh,
Okay,
we do this.
you
It's
look
so
at the
funny.
flyer that IT John's going to put up. You can contact Jackie and she'll sell it to you.
You certainly can.
Yeah.
See.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Oh, I should have had one.
Look at the.
Look
There
at
it
the
is.
TV, it's
Look
on
at
there.
it.
Okay, and then contact Jackie because she came out here and donated her time. Been here for 3 hours waiting to go live.
Hanging out,
Okay.
hanging out,
Hanging
waiting
out.
out. My big debut.
She ain't been
I'm ready,
drinking
Mr.
Tito's
Seville.
yet, but she's only got a 2-hour ride home from here.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
So
Yeah.
I've only had 4 beers.
Okay. Crazy, he's calling you later.
I'm shutting my hair. Hank, call me.
You guys,
Bye.
Go play with his drone.
Hey, go play with your drone, Hank.
Your little drone. But so what else we have on it? I mean, so we know you guys have a bunch of supply.
We do have supply.
stocked
We've
up.
been ramping up.
Yep.
We've been anticipating the
So-
needs of our fellow citizens.
So any hospitals out there all over the country, anybody needs it, get in contact with you.
Absolutely.
Restaurants, anybody.
Anybody.
Right.
And that's another thing. I mean, Monday we're opening restaurants and they all have to have it.
They all have to have it.
have to have it. So any local in the area, Orlando and stuff, you need it. It's real close, grab it.
Sure, you can come pick it up.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
deliver it
you
if
can
you're
even-
close. We can ship it. We're happy to help in any way that we can.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I don't know what else we got.
you guys realize, hey, crazy.
Go back to Shawn.
You guys realize that with Jackie here and all that product laid out and what we got here, this is the cleanest this show's ever been.
The cleanest and the prettiest.
That's it. The most beautiful and the cleanest. So there you go. So thanks, Jackie. You know, listen, I haven't cursed yet, so it's working really well.
Yeah. And
I
again,
think you put too much on your hands. You're getting drunk.
in order to win these 2 gallons, you have to go like the Crisis page and share it.
Well, how much when you sniff it? Is there like a limit? Like they're too much?
No, I think the sniffs are free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's included. That's all free.
That's it.
But it's not going to protect you. All right. All right. Well, we're good. Just go like the page.
Like the page, share the
Make sure
page.
you share it. You know, I'm gonna share it anyway.
Please
With
do.
that,
Please
right?
do. We
And,
appreciate it.
Cycle Fever, we'll share it and get it out there as much as we can. And
I bought a gallon.
Woohoo!
yes, I made.
We did like your jugs.
We made.
I love my jug.
We made someone very happy. It was they couldn't find alcohol wipes, and this can be used as that too for the baby helmet.
Yep.
So
Certainly.
it was a perfect day that you brought it, and Dave got it, and I gave it to them, and they were happy.
We
So
love all those stories.
It accomplished.
Yeah, it's a warm, good heart
Yes.
feeling.
All right. So,
Perfect.
All right.
Well, thank you. It was great to be
Yep.
on the show.
All right. Well, we're gonna go. We're gonna.
Don't
throw
be
it-
late for work tomorrow
Yeah,
either.
we're gonna throw it to the
You'll still be
2017
driving.
Leedsburg, and then we'll come back.
Yep.
Thanks, Jackie.
James, you got any more? Good.
So I told you we were going to talk a lot about pivots. So let's put buy or bail into real corporate scenario. So one of the divisions of our company is a company called Chrysos Industries. Chrysos Industries is predominantly in the hemp business, fully vertical, and we'll talk about vertical on another show, but it's a fully vertical hemp operation. So with this whole situation going on out in the world today, and seeing people really struggling with things like hand sanitizer and toilet paper, for goodness sakes, all of these shortages. You know, we took a look at hand sanitizer, and we really have a heart for our healthcare workers, and we're like, geez, could we deliver hand sanitizer, even though that wasn't our core competency as a business when we first started? That creating hand sanitizer in that division of our company is not in the original business plan. But what do you do when you're evaluating an opportunity? What are we doing at Chrysos that might be compatible? Do we have core competencies that would allow us to enter the hand sanitizer business in a quick way and produce a quality product? That was the SWOT analysis we had to face. That was the Ben Franklin we had to put together. And so what core competence did we have being in the extraction system, being in the extraction business? We have access to ethanol. That's part of what we do. So we have really good sourcing for ethanol. And what is one of the main ingredients in hand sanitizer? Ethanol. So that would be one of the number one things. If you don't have a source for ethanol, bail. That would be a bail, but we did. So then the next thing is packaging. Well, we have a full bottling line. That might be important. Just because we have ethanol and can buy the other ingredients, could we then package it? Could we take the ethanol and put it in a delivery system that was needed out in the marketplace? And of course, we had a bottling line. So we checked that box. what were some of the weaknesses? We didn't really have a line of ethanol or hand sanitizer products. We weren't known for hand sanitizer, right? We didn't have a market built in for hand sanitizer. But once again, strengths, weaknesses. Although that's a weakness, was it a model or a market that we could enter? And we felt that the demand was so great that it still made sense, although we didn't have a customer base, that we could jump into that business. And so that's exactly what we did. And so we launched into the hand sanitizer business. It was amazing. First of all, I always say, if you're going to be in business, you also should do things that are socially right. You should also be able to answer a time of need. I mean, I'm watching the nurses and the doctors on the front line that are under-equipped. And how passionate would we be if we could deliver hand sanitizer and help protect people in what is going on right now in a very, very difficult time? How passionate could you be to participate in a product that people desperately needed? And it didn't take a rocket scientist to go down through a retail shelf and see the shelves were empty of hand sanitizer. And so the demand was there. So we entered the business. We know a fair amount about approvals. We're going for GMP certification already. We know a little bit about getting FDA approval, and so we did it right and obtained an FDA approval for hand sanitizer. And here within our hemp operation now, we were able to take advantage of an opportunity that presented itself. But more importantly, we're able to feel good as a company that we're producing something that's really needed. And we had the core competencies already in our hands to do it. I'm watching other companies. Obviously, we're public, so we made that announcement. And then I watched a number of other companies also launching into the hand sanitizer business. And I really scratched my head. Did they have the core competency? Would it really be a good decision? Could they really build a business around it? We knew we could, and so we did. And we got the proper approvals from the FDA. And within 1 week of that approval, we started shipping hand sanitizer. And you know what? Our staff, our people, our employees feel so much better because of it. We feel good about what we're doing. And we're happy to be doing it.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. Wait a second.
We're back.
I came back in. I was on time, but somebody else is missing.
He went to go get another beer, I think.
I guess, or that and something else. But
Or maybe he had too much beer and he had to go let one out.
Well, I've had that problem. I'm still suffering from that problem right now. But as you can see, I'm a professional.
I guarantee that's not it. I've seen how much he can drink and not have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Well, he didn't make it.
He's a camel. I'm just going to tell you right now. He's a Stella camel.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
So, if anybody,
Stella needs to be a
that
sponsor.
can't be it. Must have had a...
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe he's in there telling Dad off. Tell him to quit calling. Leave us alone.
Oh, we're
Okay.
going to throw it to Pat? We can?
Yep.
Okay, well, we just got word from IT John as we wait for Crazy John. We're going to go ahead and throw it to Pat Logbianco, who works with the Predators, to give you an update as to what the Predators are doing as of right now through all of this. We'll take it away.
Hey everybody, Pat Logbianco here with the Orlando Predators. First, I'd like to say I hope everybody is safe, healthy, and doing what they're supposed to be doing, keeping that social distancing thing going on. All right. Good news is we still plan on having a 2020 season. All right, June 13th, that's the plan. Nothing's changed since the last owners meeting a week and a half ago. June 13th is the scheduled go date. Now, whether it's going to be a home game at the Amway Center or if it's going to be an away game, we don't know yet. They still got to come up with a schedule and work with the scheduling of the different arenas. Season tickets. Have you got your season tickets yet? If not, make sure you get them. I'm going to give you a number later on the call because there's nobody in the office right now. Anyhow, they're on lockdown. But the Orlando Predators are not going to play in front of an empty arena. We are going to play in front of our fans. You people. That's right. We're here for you. What fun is it for the players to get out there in front of an empty Amway Center? It's just not. You know, the Orlando Predators is a party town, and we're going to continue doing that. No empty arenas. We're playing in front of you guys, for you guys. That's what drives these players, all right? Speaking of players, have you met any of the players yet? No? Well, guess what? Tomorrow, Facebook Live, 2 o'clock, the Orlando Predators. What we're going to do is I'm going to have Brandon Fuentes, new defensive back for the Orlando Predators. This is going to be right here, sitting right there, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Wait for you guys to ask him some questions so you can get to know some of our players. What I'm going to do is each week, every few days, try and find some local players so that you guys, as Orlando Predator fans, can get to know the players. All right, that is what it's all about. Predators of old, not just now. When we have our first game, after the game, you're going to go down onto the field to meet the players. You can say, hey, look, I saw you on Facebook Live. It was great to get to meet you. You know, things like that. They love it. These players are not playing for the money. They're playing for the thrill, the love of the game for you people. All right? Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, get your questions. If you can't make it Facebook Live, email me a question. I'll print them out. I'll ask him for you. All right? P. Lobianco at OrlandoPretorsFootball.com or text me. My cell number is 407-595-1179. All right, so text me your questions with your name. I'll be sure to ask Brandon tomorrow. It's going to be a great time. Depending on your participation, we'll be on here for 30 minutes. We'll be on here for an hour. I'm here for you. Brandon said, I got all day for you guys tomorrow. So, come up with some questions, and let's just make it a good time. Show him some love. Show him some love that Orlando Predator fans are known for. All right? Predators, #1. Go Preds.
Hey, we're back.
We're back, and Shawn, you're back.
Shawn, you're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
You're back. I was here. You weren't there.
I know. Welcome back.
But
Hey, so
there's a good reason why you weren't there, right? So
hopefully the Predators are coming back in soon. Hey,
Yeah.
what do you got there, Shawn?
well, my man Crazy never lets me down. This is why he wasn't at his post
Oh.
when the camera came back on.
Yes.
He went
thought
and
he was
got
in
me
the
a vodka and cranberry.
Man.
He's not quite April. I'm going to say that.
No.
He's not quite April, but he did a great job. And I love his glass. I see it's etched in here. I thought, oh, how nice.
It says Stella.
He got my initials in there. WTF. That ain't your initials. What's that for? Actually, it should be down here because that's when you get to it down there. You're like, what the fuck? How'd I run out?
I'm running out. I need more.
That's when you yell, April.
April, where are you?
I text April I needed a drink. She didn't answer me.
Well, as we always say to April and David and everybody at Ace, we miss you and we can't wait to come back.
Absolutely. Can't wait to
But you're in our hearts, and
meet the Ace.
we'll see you when all this kind of starts to stabilize and normalize and you guys reopen, and we can't wait for that. So good times will happen again at the Ace.
Yep. And see, now when I'm empty, like I just gotta reach anywhere and pull a beer.
The chalice.
You never know.
The chalice always reigns supreme. It has
That's it.
refill values there.
Yep.
That's
So
it.
there we go.
And I thought we were going to Leesburg. I didn't know we were going to
We tricked you.
more stuff. You guys tricked me. Yeah, there was little arrows up, down, and I was trying to follow them, but I didn't do a good job.
Well, you know, it's cycle fever. Anything can happen here.
Yes.
And will happen.
It's not memory. So if you come back and I'm not here, most likely I'm getting alcohol.
Me too. Me too. Yes. So, what do we got next? We're gonna go to that 2017 Leesburg Bike Fest next that we were supposed to go to.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure this time, but thank you, Pat, for letting us know what's going on with the Predators, because as we all know, we love our Predators. We cannot wait to get back to the Amway to get that started, and I'm sure everybody out there, you know, Jungle Nation is ready to roll with that.
Of course. I mean, think about it. Just before all this happened, we went through all that stuff. They had the dance competition, right? The dancers got
Yep.
selected. They went through all that, finally got the crew, everybody ready to go, and then
boom.
Exactly.
Before we came on the show, I had people calling me because we had them, scheduled for May 9th, I think was going to be the first home game. And they're like, hey, are we riding the dancers onto the field? I'm like, no, might be June 13th. We're waiting to find out if it's going to be a home or away game. As soon as Pat gives us the word,
we're ready
to go.
We're ready.
We're ready to go. So
We're ready. We still didn't figure out our halftime thing, but we're going to be doing something. It'll be pretty cool.
We're ready to be at security check-in already.
Yep.
So,
procrastination's a beautiful thing. I work better under, working with procrastination. So, we'll get that halftime.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, I saw you. You already hit the 100 mark on your exercises.
Well, I have to
way ahead of schedule.
Well, I have to tell you a little quick blip about that. So just so everybody knows, you've seen my workout video before when I was at the 60 mark, when this all was kind of, breaking out with the COVID stuff. I hit my 100 mark with Pure Bar Lake Mary. Thank you guys so much for live streaming. I beat my goal. I managed to do 100 classes in under 4 months, which I have never done in my entire life. And when I was working out at another place, it took me 4 years to hit the 100 mark. This is a true story. It actually did take me 4 years to hit the 100 mark, and I did it in under 4 months. And now I'm working towards my 250. So we will bring you more videos. You guys can watch me stumble all over the place another time. But thank you, Shawn. I appreciate it.
Oh, you've been doing great. You get me motivated as I'm sitting there in my pajamas. Hey, crazy. Hey, Crazy, how have you been doing with your Stella curls?
I've been doing good. I've been working out, and
Speaking of a Stella curl.
Sometimes I'll do two, you know what I mean?
Two double, okay.
Yep.
I just did a Stella curl right there. But basically my 100 mark said that I did like 300 lunge sprints and 9,000 leg lifts. And that's pretty intense, but I love the workout. And, it's been making me feel good. It's given me some normalcy with all of this.
Yep.
So thank you again, Lake Mary Pure Bar, for continuing to do the live streaming. And because you guys aren't able to open up, you're going to continue to do it even further. So let's get to that 2017 Leesburg Bike Fest.
And we'll talk about it when you come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long you been riding? 8 years total. What do you do for a living? High-rise construction. So your building is perfectly fine. Over here we got Corey Daddy. How you doing, brother? Good. How are you? Look at this. Another Leesburg. Man, I love Leesburg. You love Leesburg? How many years you been doing this, bro? I think this is the 10th year. 10th year, man. No broken bones. God bless. By the way, these guys are going to show you one hell of a stunt. Get ready with your cameras. My name is Coach. Giving you a play-by-play. I am the Joker, if you will, and the pioneer of all this sort of stuff. And we also have behind here a tasty treat for you guys. Girls, you want to say hi? Woo! Look at them. They're saying motorcycles. What motorcycles? Okay. Leesburg. The louder you get, the crazier they get. You guys ready? Yeah! Lock and load.
Getting a workout tonight now.
Hey man, gotta jog it out sometimes.
that beer she drank, she had to run off.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
So that was really quick at Leesburg. Shawn, you remember some of the names, right? Or somebody.
Oh, yeah. I see Charlie down there. I see Jay going around on the bike.
Yeah,
Saw,
I love, that's my favorite. I love the Leesburg.
Me
I do
too.
too.
That is my favorite
You know why I like it?
thing we do. I love it. And I feel bad because they had to close it up this year, but I bet you next year it's going to be packed solid.
Ellen, we're
That's the
gonna do
closest
it up.
event to my house, so I love it.
listen. Okay, so first of all, we love Leesburg. We say it every time. because it's right there in one area. You get around. We can hit all the bands. We can catch everybody out there. We know it. So we're gonna go with Brittany's first time to Leesburg. Was that it? That might have been.
That was my first Leesburg Bike Fest, and it was awesome.
So it was 2017, right?
No,
was that it?
2018.
18.
No, sorry, 18. No, 19. It was last year.
Hey,
Was
What's
it really?
happening?
All right. So
Stella got the better of me.
let's see
So
who's calling again.
Brittany says, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Leesburg with you guys," and we're like, "All right, fantastic." I go, "Want to come up with us?" And she's like, no, I don't know. Think I'll bring my own car." I go, "All right, John doesn't drive that bad, but
Okay.
that's okay." And so we're talking, and she goes, so we meet in the parking lot, and I go, "You sure you don't want to come with us?" And she goes, "No, this way if I want to leave." I go, "I'm just going to tell you now, you're not going to leave. I understand.
Yep.
You don't want to be trapped there, so that's okay. But you're going to get there, and you ain't going to leave."
Nope, I wanted to stay longer, and you guys were like, "Oh,
We-
no, we got to go now."
We had to
And it's like
force her to
11:30
go.
at
We were
night.
like, "We got to go. We're done. We're white, man. We've seen every band. We've shot, but it's a blast, isn't it, Brittany?"
I'm notorious for this, and yes, it was. I'm notorious for this, so I'm always the person that's like, I don't know, I blah blah blah, and then I get there and I have a blast, and I'm like, "Hey, let's keep partying, woo!" Keep going, and they're like, "Oh, we got to go home. It's time to go home now." I'm like, "Oh, come on, you guys
We're like-
quitting on me?"
Between her, you got Crazy there in the filming the bands, getting the crowd going. I think they should have hired you just to keep the way you kept the crowd going.
That's
for
right.
for the concert there, Crazy.
When we were throwing out stuff, she
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, she was flipping, throwing it, because everybody wants something for free.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
of course.
absolutely.
But when
Throw it here,
you
throw
turn
it here.
the camera, they all go crazy.
And then we had to split up, right? Because I ran over to Nova Rex, and you guys were filming somebody.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah,
Ice
and then I
Ice
came back
Baby.
afterwards, and then was there for Vanilla Ice. So it was pretty cool. It's always a blast.
And another thing, if you haven't been, any music you want, you can find it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Park your bike, you can go from place to place, and I guarantee
Pick a block.
you'll go somewhere where you like the music.
Yep.
Pick a block and you'll
Yep.
find what you like.
Yep, it's a blast. I hope we get to see Tasha there.
Yep.
One of our favorites, Shawn.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Tasha's there.
Tasha's a
Joke
sweetheart.
around.
We love Tasha.
Yep. But Nate, take us up on the roof and we get a shot. That's always a blast, right, Shawn?
That was always great. What about the Ink Girls? You did the
Yep.
the Ink Girls. You got the interview, and
it's just a fun time. So I can't wait till it comes back, and we just feel bad we missed it this year.
That's right. Well, you know what? We missed it this year, but it's going to be that much better next time.
Oh yeah, I think as things open up, people are getting, it's not gonna be. I think people are ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. People are itching.
yeah, it's
I don't know if anybody watches Sebastian Maniscalco, and if anybody knows, he's a comedian, but it's funny, he did a little skit on, COVID right now, on, social distancing, and his wife's in the background, and he goes, "If we get closer than 6 feet, it's gonna get physical." She's laughing. But it's funny, but people want to get out.
Yes,
They do.
everybody's
and I want to
itching
get a
for it.
haircut and a shave and everything. I can't wait. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Oh, my
Listen.
God.
Pretty soon, I'm actually next week maybe John's gonna put something funny on, right? Because I feel like I'm starting to look like Moses. I'm coming off the
I have
mountain.
to say, if you're not friends with Crazy on Facebook, you put a really fabulous outfit on the other day. I'm loving the toga. I'm kinda
working that
sad we didn't
toga.
Get to have a little bit of toga fun here tonight, but maybe next week we could have a
But
little
it's
toga.
funny. Shawn goes, I said I'm feeling a little Italian, and Shawn's response was, most people would have a cappuccino.
especially in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the next one is.
We got a Brittany Sidecar Sideshow again involving the Salvation Army with American Brother Foundation. So last week and this week, American Brother Foundation went out to the Salvation Army in downtown Orlando to go help feed the homeless. And last week we had 200 meals, and we were able to feed 200. And this week we were able to feed 112 people. And the American Brother Foundation was formed by Lisa Camero, who's one of our favorite guest that we have on the show. She writes the Patriot Pup books and wrote American Brother in honor of her brother. And it was an amazing thing. Thank you again, Mulligan's Bar and Grill and the Longwood community, for all your support in donating your money towards the meals, and Mulligan's Bar and Grill for cooking all these meals. We serve meatloaf and mashed potatoes and green beans this time. And these people, you have to understand, guys, like, for those of you at home, you guys, think it's bad, but when you go and do something like this, you don't realize how good you really have it until you experience something like this. And I am so glad that I've been able to participate. And I also want to mention too that not only did American Brother Foundation feed Salvation Army folks there, we also were able to donate 50 meals towards the Christian Sharing Center in Longwood as well, towards those folks there that need help. So we're going to go ahead and throw it over to a clip of the Salvation Army downtown Orlando and see what we were able to accomplish yesterday with all of your donations and help from Longwood and Mulligan's Bar and Grill. Take it away.
Hey everybody, we're here at Mulligan's Restaurant. This is our last run, tentatively, down to the Salvation Army. We're here at Mulligan's with the owner of Mulligan's, Ashley. Meatloaf, can you make it one day? Over 100! Over 100! Yeah. She has just set a world record. We have over 100 meatloaves that she made today, all at once, in order to give to those in need down at the Salvation Army. Ashley, we just want to say thank you on behalf of the American Brother Foundation. I'm so excited to be a part of your work. Well, we appreciate you and everything that you do, and American Brother Foundation is happy to team up with you and do this wonderful thing. And we appreciate all of your customers from Longwood and our community. We really did step up to try and do something during this pandemic to help everybody. So thank you. We're off to the Salvation Army. Great job, Ashley. Hold on to the top. You're welcome. Hold on to that. You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
There you go. You're welcome. Here you go. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. There you go. Hold on to that. There you go. Hold it. There you go. Good job. There you go. Hold on to this. There you go.
I highly appreciate y'all coming, man. And the food was very good last time.
You're gonna like this. It's meatloaf.
All right, thank you.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
Brittany, that was awesome.
It is
good job.
awesome. It is really awesome. And again, I want to send another shout out to Mulligan's Bar and Grill and the Longwood community. Thank you so much for your time and your donations and doing such a wonderful thing. These people have nothing. And what's interesting about it is like I said on the last show, there are people in that line that you kind of look at them like, why are you here? You know, because they look as, you know, clean cut. And because when you think homeless, unfortunately, there's that stereotype that comes with it. But, like, you know, there are people that have been laid off from their jobs or furloughed and they don't have the money and they are hungry. These are hungry people. So thank you, Salvation Army, for doing all the wonderful work that you continue to do throughout these difficult times right now. And again, thank you, Elisa Camera, and everybody involved with the American Brother Foundation. We are so grateful, and I am so grateful to be a part of it. IT John's a part of it, and, you know, so on. And if you guys are interested in helping out in any way possible, please visit AmericanBrotherFoundation.org and get in contact with us, and we would be happy to take your donations or anything that you guys are willing to help out with. Again, these, you know, there are a lot of people in need right now, and, you know, whatever we can do to help you, you know, let us know, please. So
There you go.
awesome.
That's an awesome thing and a great, you know, giving back.
Giving
you
back
know?
to your community.
Hey, and just remember, all these people that are helping and all these restaurants, when they're fully blown open up, go support.
Yeah.
Go return the favor. You know
Support
what I mean?
local.
That's it. That's
Support
it.
local. I mean, support anybody, but, you know, definitely support local and your community. There are people out there that you may not realize that need more help than, you know, they're willing to let on. It's amazing. It's amazing what we're going through right now. But, you know, as uplifting as that is, we've got a kind of funny note to move into.
Speaking of uplifting.
Uplifting. See? Hey.
Hey there.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
you
how
like that?
went into that.
I've been working on that all day.
The next one is Hank's drone.
Hank's drone.
Video.
Yeah.
Now, it's an actual drone, people.
Yes.
Oh,
it
because
is.
I was about to say, didn't you call it his drum before?
Yeah, I think he's practicing, he's learning, you know what I mean? He's trying to flip it over and stuff, you know, but hey, he flew it and brought it back down.
It made it land.
No
Wow.
crash landings.
Hey, Mark, you would be impressed.
Linda must have taught him how to do that.
Let's see it.
Well, my first attempt at flying my drone solo by myself with no one around. I hope you enjoy it. It's a little choppy, but, you know, I got it up. I took some pictures. I got to work a little bit on working side to side. But other than that, I thought I did pretty good. I'll let you guys vote on it. You can tell me what you think. Again, I was just practicing. Tomorrow, I've got my batteries all charged up. I'm going to go out and I'm going to shoot some more footage. So hang in there. Enjoy the footage of our campground here. And this is where we're going to be staying for at least another 4 or 5 months. So, there it is. I got it up in the air. I got it to turn right and left. I got the camera to go up and down. And I actually landed it in one piece. So that's not bad. So again, you can vote on this. You can tell me I'm at least a good beginner, if nothing else. I hope you enjoy it. I will talk to you later. I'm going to put some music to it also. Sit back, watch me land this without crashing it. Coming down now. I got to tell you, it's not very big, so you got to kind of keep your eye on it and see where it's going. But all in all, I had a great time. I enjoyed every bit of it. And I hope you enjoy the footage that I showed you. Here we go for the landing. Ready? Set? There it is. And it landed safely. Bye.
You're proud of my flying, huh?
Yeah.
We're back.
Hey, we're back.
We have somebody
Hey,
on the
you're
phone.
live.
Oh my God, can you, God. We like your flying. Go ahead and talk.
Let me tell you, I took it out the other day, and I put it through its paces, went way up and did everything. I took a couple pictures, and then I started videoing. And guess what? The thing went bad, so I didn't get the video. So I'm going out again tomorrow because it rained all day today.
Hey, I'm just was surprised that you actually got it up at your age and you can move it left and right. You know?
Keep it up.
Was that a blue remote?
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you tell John that I got him a gig for next year at Leesburg?
No, I didn't have a chance. You know, we've been kind of busy doing the show here.
You know what, guys?
Live, and you keep calling us and interrupting.
What's Shawn saying?
You know, we officially,
listen, John,
we really don't know.
John.
Wait, hold on.
You know
saying something. Hold on.
I got you to go in. I got you to go in the wheel of death there, where you're going to go around.
All right.
So I hope you need to practice.
You know me. I'll do anything once.
I'll go with you.
You might only get to do it once.
That's why I did it.
That's why I walk like this.
Is that the only reason? Stella says otherwise.
So, Shawn, what were you going to say?
Well, listen, first of all, did you tell him, you know, that's the way he should be doing his, when he Skypes in, so it's not right up his face, like you said, crazy. Second of all, there might be two remotes. We really don't know. My mom could have been flying that
I
day.
think your mom was
I'm
flying
not
it,
sure he
Tom.
was doing it.
I don't think he.
Tomorrow I'm going to go out on the motorcycle and try to get some footage of Highway 60, which is all turns, and I'll get that back to you.
Hey, I got a question.
Other than that, go ahead.
Was Linda really flying that drone and you were using your RC car remote and acting like you were doing shit and she was filming you? You know.
I tried to get her to fly the drone. She's afraid of it.
Hey, IT John, can you put that picture up I sent you?
No.
Hey.
This is not going to be good.
Look at this picture on here, okay? She even's pointing to the crack in this foundation. Okay? I keep telling you there's a crack in this new house foundation. Linda's sitting there pointing to it, showing you.
Hey, that's the bathroom.
No.
It looks like
it. Looks like it. Looks like you have to go.
You need to flush.
I know, right?
You see the small little pipe there? You got to pee and poop in that pipe.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What? Yeah, Shawn.
Oh, I'm just letting you know my battery's dying, so if I disappear, that's where I'm at.
All right.
Okay.
Well, when we throw it to the next video, we'll change batteries.
Swap your battery.
Well, hey, I want to tell you something. I'm pretty proud of you there, Hank. Looked really smooth. I know you edited a little bit, but that was awesome. Hopefully you can get us some really good video for next week, because we're going to do something special next week.
Yeah,
It'll be a surprise.
I was saying it looked so smooth, it almost looked like VR.
Yep. That was an awesome job. Hey,
well, I appreciate the what do I want to say? You guys giving me some credit for something for a change.
Kudos.
Yeah. But other than that, I will, kudos. But I will get you some good footage for next week.
Hey, for kudos, we got hand sanitizer.
I have pictures of my dog flying the drone.
Oh, that's cuties.
Molly and Angus are getting in on the action.
Hey, by the way, the top of the motorhome needs to be washed.
Yes.
No, the whole motorhome needs to be washed.
It gets busy.
That's a whole business for you. Be like, I'll put my drone up and you can figure out whether you need to wash your stuff or not.
Wash your stuff.
You
Wash
you
your
guys
shit.
are
How about
panicked.
that? Wash your
Hey,
shit.
I need all you guys to pray that my floor joists show up tomorrow.
All right.
Okay.
That'll be awesome.
Well, did you move the house 6 inches?
I love you guys. You're doing a great job.
We love you
thanks
too.
for talking to me.
All
John, you look good.
Keep sending us
I think
video,
you
all
ought to
right? But don't call us during the show. I'm not answering.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Mike answered.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right.
The Hankster.
That was good.
That was
I
good.
think he did a really good job.
He did.
Yeah.
I'm not buzzing his chops right now. You know, he's never flown one
Well-
before, and there you go.
Well, like Shawn
So he
said,
learned
it's
it.
better than looking up his nose and seeing the bib or the boogies in view.
That's
But I
right.
want you to know something, right, Shawn?
What?
What the frick's he got to do except fly a drone?
Yeah.
Got it for Christmas. I know.
And he's playing with it now? Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
He should be repairing it by
Shawn,
now.
Shawn, did your mom get that from to get him out of the motorhome, away from him?
I'm impressed. He did quite well.
Yes.
Yes, he
Hey,
did.
Shawn, did your mom get him the drone so he'd get his ass out of the motorhome, leave?
Well, I thought when he got the drone, I thought he was going to move the motorhome next to the nudist colony. So I don't know what's going on.
You know, it sounds good in theory, but you never know what you're going to get. Like, hairy balls, nobody wants to see that. So there you go. And boobs down to the knees.
I guess it's your point of view.
Yes, the point of view. And I
We're
can't wait to go
shooting
up
from the
and
top
see
down.
them do the tank, right, Shawn?
I'm sorry, what,
Hey,
crazy?
maybe we could shoot
The tank.
Maybe
I can't wait to go.
Oh, yeah,
maybe
that.
we could shoot his drone out there with the tank.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll tell you the best part of this whole
for
bit.
it.
What?
What's Big Mike on? Because he's been funnier than hell tonight.
Water. Water.
Hey,
Anything to mess with Hank, I'm always good.
You were singing him out there, man. You were.
this all day long,
Yeah.
Shawn.
You made me proud.
That and some other shit.
You were stepping in for me and taking him out.
Yeah,
He's around the
that's
fun
my job.
stuff all
That's my
day long.
job.
Yeah.
Mess with Hank.
I need a job there.
I think that's why he moved to Georgia, to get further away from me.
Oh my goodness. He
All
wanted
right.
to get away from all of us.
So our next thing, what do we have? Shawn, you know the video. What's coming up?
Oh, yeah, you guys surprised me with this one. So, this we talked last week. I had, last week? Yeah.
Yeah, last week.
My uncle had passed away from COVID-19. I let everybody know that.
And we're sorry
And
to
then
hear
right
that.
after that, my grandmother ended up with it, and she went into the hospital. And the news station there, my uncle got in touch with the news station there because she's 1 week away from her 100th birthday. And he told the gentleman on Channel 10 out there in Rochester, and this guy did a great job. He put this video together about my my uncle and my grandmother. And so what we'll do is, so I don't start crying like a baby, we'll play it, and then we'll come back and I'll give you an update.
Tonight, a heartbreaking yet inspirational story about a sister and brother. Both came down with COVID-19. The brother died 2 weeks ago in his nursing home in Brighton.
His sister is not out of the woods yet, but her family believes she is going to survive to celebrate her 100th birthday next week. News 10 NBC Chief Investigative Reporter Berkeley Breen has the story about the pain and hope of this crisis in one family.
Mary Jane Hastings grew up in the old 10th Ward in Rochester. Her late husband worked at Kodak. She was a Kodak model and even appeared in Life magazine. At 92, she dressed up for Halloween. Don't let the costume fool you. She's a Bills fan. She's also a devout Catholic who fought for social justice and volunteered at St. Anne's Nursing Home.
She was actually pushing folks in wheelchairs when she was well into her 80s.
Patty Fink is one of her 8 children. Mary Jane has 29 grandchildren, 31 great-grandchildren. After fighting off what she thought was a cold for about a week, Mary Jane tested positive for COVID on Friday. She's here now at Highland Hospital. Patty says she's got a slight fever, but no breathing problems.
When I called her yesterday, I said, "Mom, how are you feeling?" And she said, "I just need an eyebrow pencil."
Your mom sounds like she's in good spirits. But she does have this incredibly serious, dangerous virus. What is your mindset right now?
I think it's incredible that this woman at almost 100 years old is going to survive this horrible disease.
In February, Mary Jane was with her last surviving brother, Joe, to celebrate his 98th birthday. Joe was a pharmacist working under his father at Maid Pharmacy on Dewey Avenue. Joe didn't marry until he was 60, so he spent a lot of time with his sister and niece, Patty. A couple of weeks ago, Joe contracted COVID at the Hurlbut Nursing Home in Brighton. He died on April 17th.
I was able to Zoom with him the day before he died. And the aide that was with him in her full mask and gear was, right up in his ear, interpreting what I was saying to him. Just wonderful, wonderful care.
Because Patty drove her mother to get tested, she exposed herself to the virus. So now she and her husband are quarantined separately inside their home. And like so many families, she misses the human touch.
You know, I just said to her, I'm sorry, I can't give you a hug. That was the hardest thing, is to be with her after 5 weeks of not being with her and not being able to give her a hug.
Well, maybe that opportunity will come in the near future.
I certainly hope so.
Berkeley Breen, News 10, NBC.
Hey, we're back.
Yes, we are. So go ahead, Shawn. You go ahead.
Okay. So, apologize because there's a delay. I don't know what comes on where, but it's actually, unfortunately, my uncle did pass away, but it's a good story in the end. My grandmother's doing well. She was doing good, getting better, and then as these 100-year-olds seem to do, they don't listen. She decided that she was going to take herself to the bathroom and didn't wait for anybody and fell. And she hit her head, so then they had to do a CAT scan, but she's okay. And then now they're just waiting for her oxygen level to elevate. And then as soon as her oxygen level elevates, they're going to let her go. So we were hoping she'd be out by this weekend, but it looks like it's next week. But, I don't care if it's next month, as long as she gets out of there. Now, I will tell you, my mother called, and right when the nurse brought in the tray, and for all the nurses out there dealing with this, I apologize. I'm so sorry. But all she could hear her say, it goes, I'm not eating this crap. You call this food? Look at this, in gravy. There's nothing here I can eat. All I'm going to have is the green beans. And you know what? I don't care what you say or the doctor says. I'm leaving here tomorrow. So that's what she told the poor nurse. So we'll see. And you know what? I'm afraid she might just try to do it. But here's the good news is, like I said, she's on her way out. She's better. We were actually able to call her. And, awesome. We're one of the lucky ones. There's, a lot of times a family member goes in there for this, and as soon as you drop them off, that's the last time anybody talks to them. Mm-hmm. And that was my biggest fear. My biggest worry was, at least she knew that I said I loved her. That's the last thing I told her. That's the last thing I tell everybody that I care about, is I love them, so they know that was the last words. But, I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to talk to her again. and our whole family was worried about that. And the fear, you saw how big the family is. And the fear with someone with that much family would have to pass on alone. I feel for everybody going through this all around the world. We're one world. We'll stick together. Everybody will figure it out. It's going to be some changes, but that was my biggest fear, that wouldn't get to say goodbye. But they get to talk to her in the hospital, so that's great. She's going to get out. We'll do a little drive-by, her window. They're going to do that in New York for her 100th birthday on the 7th. So she should be out by then. And it's just it's a humbling experience. I'll tell you what, you guys saw that group shot?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Every time we have a gathering, a wedding or something, that group keeps getting bigger. And it's my job to put everybody to group that shot. And I got to tell you, that ain't easy.
No, it's not. It's never easy.
You have to get your father to focus.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Well, they don't let him on those events. See, I got that side that's got 1 million, and then we got that side that's small. That group's easier to contain and well, I shouldn't say contain.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just less people. More of a headache, less people.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's amazing that she's been able to make it through all this. Yep. And, of course, our love and prayers from Cycle Fever, all of us are going out to her to make sure that she gets better. And
feel better.
Yeah, it's amazing. 100-year or almost 100-year-old is more than likely going to beat this. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
And, Joe passed away, and I feel
sorry.
bad. I want to say to Mary Kay, my sister-in-law, her best friend, 57-year-old Leslie, passed away 2 days ago from COVID up in New Jersey.
Yep.
And so, it's any age, and it, how it hits you and how your body reacts to it.
That's right.
Yep.
So, the percentage is so low, but when you know somebody that's part of that percentage, it changes everything.
Yeah.
everybody still stay safe. Still do the hand sanitizing. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we couldn't do any more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Just respect everybody else.
Yep.
That's all I say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. And thank those nurses every chance you get.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank our. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank our
All our
healthcare
first responders.
workers. Thank
Yep.
our healthcare workers.
And when
They
they
are
walk
going
in the
out
store
there.
and they're in their scrubs, you clap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Applaud.
Don't boo them like somebody
Yeah.
did to my sister last
Yeah.
week.
That's
Don't boo
pathetic.
them and harass them. Say thank you.
Yeah.
Say thank you
Yeah,
because would you do it? That's the question. Would you put yourself out there?
Well, I hear people saying, well, that's their job and, that's what they decide to do. No, you know what? They didn't decide to become part of a pandemic.
No.
No,
None of us did.
yeah, they wanted to heal people, and that's why they're all still there, and that's why they're doing these things. They're helping, and not only they're helping the ones in there, they're helping the rest of us by getting them better.
Yeah.
So,
Here's the thing that
this
no one
isn't
realizes.
this isn't something that any of them signed on for, unless you were specifically in this field for a disease like this. Everybody else is pitching in and doing just as much work and just as hard from, like I said, from the janitor at the hospital making sure everything's clean, cafeteria people keeping people fed, the nurses that are jumping into doing jobs that they've never had to do before, never dealt with, before, and doctors. So kudos to every one of them. And like Crazy said the last time, whoever that was in that store is darn lucky that no one from CFTV was there, because we're not going to tolerate that crap, that's for sure.
That's right. Support each other.
And what I was going to say about what people don't realize is they're with the loved ones in their final minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
None of us can be.
That's
We're not allowed to be. And this is hard on them. You know what I mean? Because there's once in a while you have somebody who's homeless or whatever, and they pass away, and they're the only ones there. But it's anybody who's dying from the COVID.
Yeah.
Basically, their family's not there.
Yeah.
They're the family. You know what I mean? They're the family. They're the last people they see.
And John, think of the mental toll this takes. I would imagine if you're a doctor or nurse, you're going to expect to win some and lose some. It just kind of the game.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be running 24/7 like they are, just going crazy, and just bad news after bad news after bad news. When it's your loved one, it's your one loved one. Think of how many of them they're seeing a day.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, even the ones that get better, just watching somebody who's sick or hurting, just period.
Yeah.
And it's got to be an emotional toll, and that's where I say thank you. I mean, you see these stories where they hold up. I actually got a funny story, but they hold up the cell phones, and the iPads for final contact with these people. So, it's just unbelievable. But I'm going to take it to another funny one that she did. So this newscast, when it went on the air, my grandmother's hearing aids weren't working. So my uncle runs up there and brings batteries for the hearing aids, and said they were fantastic at the front. Oh, hey, how can we help you? What's happening? And he goes, my mother's hearing aids aren't working. I brought her batteries. He goes, all right, what room number? And he goes, CO. He goes, oh, the COVID section. He goes, yep. He goes, don't worry, we'll get them up to her. And he goes, yeah, she's got to be able to hear that they're doing a news story on her. He goes, hey, that's fantastic, great. We'll let her know. So not only did they go in to put the hearing aids, the batteries in the hearing aids, then the TV's not working. So then the maintenance guy, right? This talk about everybody pitching in. Maintenance guy doesn't want to go into the COVID section. I can guarantee that. So he's in there. He's fixing the TV so that she can watch this. So he finally gets the TV working and going with her. And unfortunately, my aunt had said to her, hey, you're going to be on Channel 10, which is the news. So the gentleman who fixed the TV and got it going says to her, all right, here I got it going for you. And she goes, okay, put it to Channel 10. Well, what she didn't realize is the cable in the hospital was different than the cable at the house. So he's trying to explain to her, no, it's not channel 10 here. It's WHAM. So she keeps going, no, channel 10. And he's trying to tell her, no, this is the channel. So he sets it to the channel for the broadcast. He leaves the room. She switches it to 10. So my aunt calls her and goes, Mom, did you get to see the program? Yeah, but I thought they were going to have Joe and I on there. So she missed the whole thing because she refused to listen to the guy to tell her what channel it was on because she knew it was channel 10. But anyways, someone brought an iPad in for her and let her watch it on there. So that's just another one. But
you're almost 100 years old.
You don't have to listen to anybody.
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever you want and say goes.
Trust me, they do.
I don't care what it is.
There's no filter. Listen, you want to know what I'm afraid of? There's no filter, okay? And both of my grandmothers had a filter. Crazy. What am I going to do when my dad turns 100? Because he doesn't have a filter now.
Yeah.
Your
worry.
family has zero filter.
He won't have a clue who he is.
I don't think he does now.
Listen, we're going to flip a coin to see who takes him out in the woods.
Oh, that's funny. Hank at 100. I can see it.
Oh my goodness.
The house might be finished by then.
Hey, that's right. We'll all be hanging out in your house, out on the lounge chairs and everything going, where's Hank?
No, actually we'll be saying, where's the rest of the house? There's only a slab.
He'll be
what
saying,
are they putting in the kitchen?
he'll be saying those trusses are coming tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, shit. That's petrified wood
well,
now.
well, we want to send our love on behalf of Cycle Fever, all of us here, to your grandma. That we love
Thank you.
We're praying for you, and we know that you're going to make it through this. And
Yep.
God
Stay
bless
strong.
you. Thank
Stay
you.
Strong.
Yep.
Thank you, Channel 10 for doing that story, and we're sorry about your great uncle, but we're rooting for your grandma.
Well, Brittany, you know the women are stronger than the men.
Yeah, I know this, but none of you guys get it.
Yeah.
So
I'll never get it.
I already know I'm gonna outlive IT.
She's had already too much.
I'm making preparations now. I'm like, I'm gonna outlive, IT. So I talked to my best friend. I said, when our husbands are gone, we're gonna live together.
John, I think she put more insurance on
my
you.
wife, Brittany, my wife is really upset.
Oh, really?
She's like, you could make it to 100? Jeez, I thought I had an out 70s.
Hey, his wife is looking through the family tree going, there's somebody that had a good one.
Well, crazy. I told Colleen, I go, see, Colleen, see how hip you are? You were social distancing long before coronavirus.
Yep.
I go, you started social distancing after we had our second kid.
And I heard that Stella helps.
It does.
You know what I mean? Yep.
So
if you're not drinking Corona, you're drinking
social
Stella,
distance.
we're good.
Yeah, cheers to that. I'll go ahead and
Tell you,
take a
Stella's
sip
got
on
to be
that
a
one.
sponsor.
Hey, and I want to tell you, to all you people that didn't drink Corona because you thought it was the same, you are silly ass people.
If you thought that beer was going to do it to you, yeah. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, but we're going to let it go. So, all right. So we're good, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you got shout-outs?
Shout
for?
out.
I want to do a couple shout outs to a couple people watching.
All
You got
right.
Dale and Kat are watching.
Hey,
the show.
Dale and Kat,
Hey, Dale and
guard the show.
Yep, we like you guys, man. We love y'all. So got Pat is watching from Predators. So shout out to Pat.
There you go.
Alexis that I work with and is my future daughter-in-law is watching.
Oh, is it? What are we doing?
Hank is watching. Of course, we all know that. He's called in 12 times.
I know, right?
Bill Musto from American Legion Lake Nona is watching. Bill Musto is who I handed off the USO ride to. It's now called Central Florida Ride for Our Troops, which Bill is dead set that this ride is taking place September 19th. Okay? He is pushing for it, y'all. So,
hope it does.
Hope it does. Maybe that might be our first ride.
Hey, I'm all down for any ride.
Yeah,
I think what Cycle Fever may fool around with is the first day we open up, like really open up, we just have a ride right here.
Yep.
That's
we just
it.
everybody meet and we're just riding
let's go.
anywhere. Let's
Oh,
go.
wait a second. Hold on. Move your big fat head over there.
Masked man.
We've got a Shawn in the truck.
Shawn in the truck.
I feel like, what was that show when the guy came? You remember back in the 70s, the early 70s?
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah. They would come out of the things, the little squares.
Oh, yeah.
Was that 70s or 60s? I can't even remember, but yeah. Somebody out there is laughing. They're going, I know what it is. I can't remember.
So.
Like laughing or something?
Laughing.
Here, okay, wait a second. Hold up, wait a minute. 81 represented, and I know what laughing is. Thank you, people.
All right.
Goldie Hawn, we love you.
Okay, we also got a big shout out to one of our favorite people. Couple birthdays this week.
Yeah.
You gonna do it?
I'm going to do it because this wonderful lady called me yesterday, and I loved her to death. One of our favorites that we have had on the show, and she should be here next week. I'm going to say should because we don't want to guarantee without knowing for sure, but Miss Leanne from Mission Barbecue, tomorrow is your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday from CycleFeverTV. We love you, Leanne, and we love everything that you do with Mission Barbecue. She is going to still run the Armed Forces Days, so any veterans or active duty, she's going to continue to help feed those guys sandwiches for free, guys and gals for free. We love you, Leanne. Thank you so much for everything that you do in the community.
We got one more birthday. Me and Shawn and Hank really know her. I don't know if the rest of y'all know her. But Sunday is Jody Diamond's birthday. So happy birthday, Jody.
Yeah, you know Jody.
Yes, Jody.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to you too.
Official photographer for
Yes.
CycleFeverTV.
She always pops up everywhere we go.
Everywhere we
Trying to
go.
move away from us.
Yeah, she's moving to Texas.
Don't move away from us.
I know I'm gonna miss her.
Well, we get videos and stuff from Texas now.
Oh, there you
So,
go.
but happy birthday to Jody.
Jody, happy birthday.
She put some miles on a bike, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
Yes, she did, Jody. Happy birthday, Jody.
Yep.
Happy birthday from Cycle Fever.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to do a quick one. I'm going to do one out to my friend Janae Gibson. Janae has been a stage 4 cancer survivor, and she's also been a stage 4 renal failure survivor. She had a little bit of an infection and had to go to the hospital last week, and she just got home yesterday. So I wanted to say a special shout out to Janae. I love you. Cycle Fever loves you, even though they haven't quite met you. But congratulations on going home. I'm glad that you're there and that you're better. And I look forward to seeing you as soon as I can. So I love you.
So I got one.
Tomorrow. I have a real quick one. IT's reminding me once again. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock is going to be another story time with Patriot Pub. Story time with Patriot Pub. Go to the Patriot Pub Facebook page tomorrow at 7 o'clock for anybody that's got littles at home. We're going to do story time and some fun activities, and Patriot Pub's going to be there doing those activities and listening to the story. Have you been watching? Have you been watching? But yeah, anybody with littles out there, please tune in to Patriot Pub story time tomorrow on the Patriot Pub Facebook page.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
And I got one more shout out.
Okay. Chime in one more time.
So Steve Monteiro from Channel 6 News, better known as Trooper Steve, personal friend of mine. He's been hospitalized with pneumonia.
Aww.
So we wish you well, Steve.
Oh, we interviewed him for the
Serious,
show.
I just chime in there.
There's not enough going on, Steve.
I know.
Scuba Steve.
Personal friend.
We hope you get better. Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad interviewed him at your
US,
ride out there.
USO ride.
At Harvard,
But yep, Steve's always there for us.
Nice guy. Great guy.
So.
Okay, crazy.
Hank's texting me, telling me he likes Shawn that way, like, so he can't hear him.
Hey, you know what, Dad? When you're here, this is how I like it.
Even when he is here, that's how you like it.
Yeah, then I don't see you.
What's your shout out, Shawn?
I'm sticking with all our first responders, hospital people, everybody having to do with all of that. Shout out to everybody in the world to get through this. You know what? Everybody's standing strong, doing their thing, so
again, just wash your damn hands and put on some sanitizer. And, you know, just be respectful to one another.
Stop being gross. Wash your hands.
That's it, man. Just be respectful.
That's it, right? You know, care about the people next to you. That's all.
Yep.
You know, and now we'll get through this, and it'll be a good time, and we'll look back on it. You know, it's going to be another stage in our lives.
That's right.
It's going to be another change, just like 9/11 changed things that we did, and just going to have to, you know, we just move on. We just accept it, take it, adapt to it, and go.
We will get through this.
Yeah.
We will.
And my final shout out is again to Mary Kay, her best friend Leslie. Rest in peace, and we'll see you when we're there.
That's right.
We ready?
I think so. Oh, and so Miss Raylyn, that's sitting over on the sidelines there, we love you too. Yeah, support and IT John, we love you too. I special love you because you're my husband. I have to. I have no choice.
She's got that insurance on your ass.
Hey, till that divorce goes through, right? Just kidding.
See you
Put those brakes down.
Pump the brakes.
Next Thursday.
Okay, if I have to. Are you making me?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Enjoy the
Enjoy the adventure and enjoy the ride. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
See you later.